Hello everyone, welcome to my channel AITalkMahendra, and this is my first video on this channel. This channel is purely and purely created for AI content. You will not be seeing any fancy flashes, fancy editing, high-end sounds, or fancy pop-ups. No high-end editing. It's a practical based, complete raw learning which you can learn and implement wherever you work, even at the personal and professional front, right? So all the things which are required at the enterprise scale that you will be learning down the line, everything. And just by giving prompt and getting the required output, that's not just AI. There are many more things to learn. There are thousands and thousands of tools already floating in the market, and which one to choose and which one fits the best for your requirement, that is the key question. And that is how the people are confused and roaming around, right? So we will be turning up all the possibilities, how you can infuse AI. If you're a job going person, how you can infuse AI in your business processes, in your business or in your enterprise. If you are working on the personal front as well, how can you infuse AI? Those all things we'll be discussing, and minimum 40 to 50% of the overall productivity you can expect after implementing AI, right? If you are creating PPTs, if you are creating proposals, if you are doing coding, and if you are generating solution documents, if you are creating technical documents for each and everything, end-to-end everything can be done using AI. You know, coding is not a job now. Coding is no more a job. You just need to understand you have multiple codes. You have already generated the codes, and that you have to stitch, how you have to integrate with your enterprise ecosystem. That is the key ask now, right? How to stitch together to build a solution, to build a product, to build an application for any kind of requirement, right? So you have everything ready-made available. You just need to understand what you have to input, what you have to receive, and if it is, and you have to analyze the output. Is it aligning with your requirement, or you have to, if any hallucination or anything there, that you can tune that. So all those things we'll be learning. So we will be talking about VS Code. There should be one platform where all this code runs. VS Code, you must be aware, owned by Microsoft, right? Microsoft. And it's a leading ID, by the way. You must have heard about Cursor.ai. Everybody is talking about, a lot of advertisements going on. Then we have anti-gravity. Let me tell you, VS Code is owned by Microsoft, and leading ID Cursor.ai is recently acquired by Elon Musk. I think in some billions. I don't know the exact amount. It's owned by Elon Musk now. Elon Musk. And then anti-gravity owned by Google. Then we have Python. We'll be touching upon Python as well. I know coding is not a job, but we need to understand, even if it generates the code, we need to understand how the code is working. We need to understand all in and out of the code. And if you're not aware, just by generating the code, you directly cut and paste, that's not going to work, right? The copy paste is not going to work. We need to understand, as I told earlier, we need to stitch together how to integrate with your enterprise ecosystem. That is the key ask. So we'll be going with the Python on the ground. We'll be doing without touching AI, we'll be doing the coding, and then we will be using VS Code. I'll be using VS Code. Ideally, all this platform works in a similar way, in a similar pattern. But only thing is, which is demanding in the market, which is trendy in the market, like Cursor AI, anti-gravity, there are a variety of tools, right? So we'll be talking about all this and how you can, basis of your requirement in the VS Code, you can install the extensions, right? Like Jupyter or basis of your requirement, you can install in VS Code. And then we'll be talking about the LLMs, GPT, Claude, Gemini, and it's not, if I say LLMs, doesn't mean you just need to give a prompt and generate the required output. There are many more things too. Within you have design component, you have keyword-based approach for generating certain documents or getting the required data. Instead of giving the lengthy prompt, we can give some keyword-based prompting. So that can give some effective outcomes, and that will relate, and that will give output which is aligned with your expectations. Rather, every time give the input, and then it returns you something different, and again you keep on giving in terms of optimizing the tokens. In terms of hallucination, we need to understand this overall, the prompt area, right? And then we will be talking about OBS setup. OBS is basically, I am taking this I'm recording this video, and likewise whatever you do, you can record this out, you can share your screen, you can, one side your face will be visible and your entire screen will be recorded. So likewise you can do the OBS setup. We'll be checking about the audio video using, pardon me with the spelling, and then we'll be talking about screen share in OBS, desktop share, screen share, or desktop share. It's not necessarily all the applications you have to, or the entire screen you have to share. You can block the access, you can restrict the access, or you can restrict the visibility at the application level. So likewise we can do. And then we have Gamma. If you are already a job going person, then you must be experiencing, you have to create design documents, you have to create process documents, you'll have to create TSD, SDD, solution design documents. There are a variety of documentation needs to be done, right? And sometimes you have to present our solutions, sometimes you have to present our approach or architecture, or there are a variety of things we need to present to customers. So every time we have to create PPT as well, and creating PPT, and for that definitely depends on business case, like what will be the length of the your presentation. But earlier we used to pay days and days and weeks for creating a effective business proposal or business or SOWs or presentation. For everything, it used to take days to weeks, right? It was time consuming task, and a lot of iteration used to happen, a lot of reviews and all that used to happen. But because of this AI, because of AI, those days are gone. You don't need to worry about creating PPTs. You just need to know what you need from the system, right? What you need from the LLM. So for example, if you have to create a PPT on agentic AI, right? If you have to create an agentic AI, so you will be giving a lengthy prompt to the system. So you can give the prompt to ChatGPT. ChatGPT will be giving you that script, and that script you can feed to Gamma. Gamma will create a complete PPT at enterprise level PPT for you, right? So that you can test and try, and that all these things I will take you through in the next session or in the next class. How does it work, right? So VS Code installation, Cursor.ai installation, anti-gravity, Python and path setting, LLMs, all these at a practical basis I'll be taking you through in the next class. I hope you got this basics. I hope you are aligned with the basics, and just if you can install your own, get it installed. Otherwise I'll take you through, I'll install in my next class. Yeah. If you like this video, please like, share, and follow me for the upcoming videos, right? Thank you very much.